If you're in the market for a pre-owned electric vehicle, a Tesla is a great place to start. I think probably a pre-owned Tesla for a pre-owned EV is probably your best bet. And this is coming from a person who owns a Tesla and someone who has dealt with a lot of pre-owned Teslas. One of my jobs as used car manager is to buy and manage our used inventory. Since I like Teslas, we probably have about 6 to sometimes 12 Teslas at any given time on our lot. So we've had hundreds of them. I have a lot of experience, driving them, servicing them. I've done all sorts of repairs and services on Teslas, so I have a pretty good experience with Teslas. And the thing with Tesla, they started making battery electric vehicles right around 2008, 2010 with the Tesla Roadster. The Model S came out in 2012, so there is already a long track record of many of these vehicles of lots of miles. There's Model S's with 200, 500. There's actually one that has close to 1 million miles on it. That one had the batteries replaced, I think once or twice, but still remarkable that it's still running and driving with close to 1 million miles on it. We have a pre-owned Model S, another one, a 2013 of 111,000 miles on it. It runs great, it drives like butter, and I can tell you from a lot of experience, a lot of European luxury cars that we've taken on trade of 111,000 miles, they're gonna need, usually they have issues, oil leaks, coolant leaks, they need some attention in the shop, maybe they're ready for brakes or a timing belt replacement or something like that. A lot of times, honestly, if we have a high-end European cars of over 100,000 miles, we're not selling them on our lot. We're selling them to the auction just because it's too much money to put them through the shop and get them in retail condition, or they just have too many issues and we don't want to pawn them off onto one of our customers, which is going to be headaches for both of us down the road. The Model S and many Teslas are very, very easy to maintain. There's not a whole lot of things to fix on them or repair on them because they have a lot less moving parts. When you go from a gas vehicle that has thousands of moving parts versus an EV of dozens, there's not too much else to go wrong with it. And the nice thing about this one, it still has a lot of warranty left on the batteries and electric motors. In fact, we have all the information for it right here. And this is an intro to the amazing Tesla app. You can warm up the car, you can open the roof, you can even remotely start the vehicle. You can use your phone as a key. You can flash the lights. You can see where the vehicle is located. And you can even change it to like a actual map. You can find charging and supercharging locations. You do all your service through the app. And service is pretty easy. In fact, I needed wiper blades on my Tesla. So I ordered wiper blades through the mobile app, $64. A reasonable price for wiper blades through a Tesla dealer or any dealership. But on top of that, for $64, I didn't have to bring my Tesla in to get the wiper blades replaced. They send it a mobile repair technician, a Ranger. They drive a nice Model S right to my work. I work at a dealership, and they came and they installed the wiper blades. I mean, how much is your time worth? How much, is your time worth to go to a dealership, drop it off, or wait for them to put wiper blades where they'll come to you and do that to your work or your home? That's a big deal. This one has the enhanced autopilot. So the enhanced autopilot is about a $6,000 upgrade right now, and it will continue to improve and get better as the years rolls along with the with over-the-air updates. Tesla's the master of over-the-air updates, and they started doing them in 2012 with the Model S. You have Summon with the enhanced autopilot. You have it will park. You have a navigate on autopilot. But see, I'm starting to go on a tangent. We'll get to those other things now, but let's talk about the specs and warranty. All right, so the warranty on the drive unit, we have it expires December of 27th, 2025. Right now it's 2023, or unlimited miles. So it could have 500,000 miles on it, and just as long as it's not before December 27th, 2025, the drive units go bad, they'll replace them under warranty. Likewise, the battery, you have a warranty till 2025, just like the drive unit's unlimited miles. They tend to give you better warranty coverage, it seems, with some of the higher end Teslas. Like I think my Tesla only has like a 100,000 mile warranty on the battery, on the drive units and the battery, because mine's a Model 3. So that's a lot of warranty, a lot of peace of mind, because batteries can be expensive to replace, but I can tell you the incidence of battery failure is pretty low on Teslas. And look at this, all the equipment we have. We have the upgraded ultra high fidelity sound system. I was just listening to it. I'm a musician. I love great sound systems. Tesla has one that's up to some of the Harman Kardons and stuff like that they put in Mercedes and BMWs. We have the enhanced autopilot black brake calipers. Sub-Zero weather package, dark ashwood trim, GPS-enabled home link, black textile interior. We have the premium upgrades package. This has the upgraded obsidian black metallic paint. Has a sunroof. It has a smart air suspension. It's a 75D. That's the size of the battery. Dual electric motors. Dark headliner. 19-inch silver slipstream wheels. So a lot of equipment on it. A lot of features. Probably this car was $110,000, $120,000 when it was brand new. So let's talk about the vehicle a little bit. This is a 75D. So 75 is the size of the battery. It has a 75 kilowatt hour battery. You know, they have like the P100, P90. Those are all in relation to the size of the battery. As far as range goes, this is probably pretty similar to what you'd get like in my Tesla Standard Range Plus. Your daily usable range is about 170, 180 miles. When fully charged, it's about 220, 240 miles. The thing with lithium-ion batteries is that they don't recommend you charge them to 100%. You have this slide here for daily use. You charge them to 80, 90% because that makes the lithium-ion batteries happy and long lasting. They don't like to be charged to 100%, but every once in a while it is perfectly fine to charge them to 100% if you're going to go on a road trip. And you know, another ace in the hole is Tesla has this proprietary charging network, supercharging network, and look at them all. They're all over the place. You know, there's 2 within 6 miles of us. You can go there, you can get a full charge in about 45 minutes. They also have destination charging, like you can find, if you're on a road trip, you can find a hotel that will have EV charging. You can find level 2 charging, like in parking garages where, you know, you get a full charge in about 3 or 4 hours while you do your shopping or go out to dinner. All right, so much to talk about. All right, so we have a smart air suspension. That was an optional package. With the adjustable air suspension, the ride is noticeably nicer. You know, you're basically riding on a cushion of air. Here you can control your charging. So here we have all the different settings for autopilot and navigate on autopilot, which you get with the enhanced autopilot. And then you can also, you know, make customizations to the vehicle's behavior and stuff like that. Lights, display. It's basically like using an iPad. Once you know, get familiar with it, you get the hang of it, you'll be swiping and figuring out menus very easily. Also have lots of voice commands. You can just use voice commands to put on the wipers, put on your heated seats, operate the climate control system. So while you're driving with the voice commands, you don't really even have to mess with that stuff. Has a very robust climate control system. Let's shut that off. Let's turn that down. So you have heated seats for the front and back. You have dog mode, camp mode, heated steering wheel. This also has a biodefense mode. Biodefense mode is not a gimmick. Basically, this vehicle has a HEPA filter the size of like the one in your home HVAC system, bigger than any other vehicle. And it can filter out polluted air, you know, particulates, you know, allergens, you know, and it really does an amazing job. It's not a gimmick. People sought refuge in their Teslas in some, you know, forest fires like in California, and the biodefense system actually cleaned the air and made it safe to breathe. They've done tests where they've had polluted air where it could like harm you or kill you. They had people with breathing equipment, and they had a Tesla in a bubble, and operating the biodefense mode, it actually made the air safe to breathe inside the vehicle. They had monitoring equipment. Those people doing the tests were actually able to take their masks off. So it's not a gimmick, and I think we'll probably in the future see Tesla start making, you know, HVAC systems or heat pumps for homes just off their amazing experience and efficiency with making them for vehicles. Power adjustable steering wheel. And another thing with the S versus the 3, which I own, I love my 3, don't get me wrong. And the thing about Teslas, it's like having a smartphone or iPhone. Once you know, have the autopilot, driver's assistance, you know, the screens, the over-the-air updates, the technology, it's hard to go back to a regular car. I often find myself, even though I own a Tesla, you think, oh, I work at a dealership of all these beautiful luxury and sports cars. If I have to run errands for the dealership, I'm going to take a Corvette or an Audi or a BMW. A lot of times I'm just going to, you know, I'll take a work car because I don't want to turn on my car, but I'll just take a Model 3 just because I want the autopilot for, you know, driving on the highway. The autopilot is traffic aware cruise control, which will allow you to brake and accelerate in your own lane, and it will steer in your own lane. Enhanced autopilot takes it a step further. So let's pull up the software screen right here. Enhanced autopilot enables your car to navigate highways to your destination, automatically change lanes so you don't get stuck behind slow cars, park in a single touch, and summon your car from parking spaces. So, you know, available features vary by market, but the US market usually has the latest in features for Tesla. since they're a US based company. All right, let's keep this video rolling along. I can talk forever, but the interior is also very plush and luxurious, which, you know, is definitely a step up from a Model S or Y. And you might be wondering, you know, how did we get this S? Oh, I get it. You know, someone traded in their S. They didn't like Teslas anymore. Well, actually, we took this in trade for a Tesla. We took it in trade for a pre-owned, I believe, a pre-owned Model X. So basically a crossover third row seat version of the Model S. The Model S is a big, comfortable luxury sedan. A lot more along the lines of like an E-Class or S-Class Mercedes or 5 Series or 7 Series BMW. You know, where the Model 3 is kind of like a 3 Series. You know, entry-level luxury vehicle. This is a full-on luxury vehicle. It's quiet, it's comfortable, and the technology and driver's assistance is just going to blow your mind. And the nice thing too about enhanced autopilot is if you do want to upgrade to full self-driving, right now it's $15,000. Tesla will let you upgrade to the full self-driving at a discount. So they'll basically, you know, I think enhanced autopilot is $6,000 right now. So if you buy the enhanced autopilot, they'll take $6,000 off the price. Or if you want to subscribe to it, I think right now, if you want to subscribe to the full self-driving, it's $200 a month. I'm pretty sure they'll give it to you at a discounted price of $100 a month if you already have the enhanced autopilot. So that's really nice. And even though it looks like a sedan, you have a lift back, which gives you a lot more usable storage back there. You can fold down the seats. This thing absolutely looks stunning in black. It was just freshly detailed. It's shining like a diamond. And it's absolutely beautiful design. Even though this design goes back to 2012, they updated it a little bit in 2016. They gave it a facelift. But if you look at brand new 2022 or 2003 Model S, the interior's changed, but the exterior hasn't changed much. I mean, it was already one of the lowest drag coefficient vehicles on the road. When the Model S came out, I believe it was even a lower drag coefficient than a Prius, which is pretty amazing because it's an absolutely beautiful vehicle, but it's also extremely efficient as far as you know, drag and batteries and stuff goes. My experience with Tesla is that they just seem to have more experience with EVs as far as, you know, building them, technology goes, thermal management. You know, pretty much, you know, I hate to say it, but there's, you know, there's brand new, you know, EVs coming out from new car companies that I think are inferior to what Tesla was offering back in 2017. That's how far ahead they are. So, you know, maybe you can't swing $80, $90, $100,000 for a brand new Model S. Well, a pre-owned one is a great proposition for you. And obviously, being able to, you know, go 150,000, 200,000 miles with a minimal amount of issues, it also makes it a very, very compelling choice for a luxury sedan. I mean, if you look at service departments and people that have a premium luxury car that they service regularly at a service department, BMW, Audi, you know, for 150, 200,000 miles, people will be shelling out $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in service costs. I mean, think about, you know, how much a 30K service costs, a 60 and 90K service. They're going to try upselling you often when you go to service departments. An EFI service, a fuel induction service, things like that. There's not too much to service on this vehicle. I mean, the brakes are probably going to last 150,000+ miles with regenerative braking. Uses electric motors to slow the vehicle down, so uses a lot less brakes. There's no catalytic converters to fill, no spark plugs to replace, no oil to leak, no turbos to go bad. You know, like I said, you're going from a gas car with thousands of moving parts to dozens. Obviously, there are things that can go wrong. You know, the air suspensions can go wrong in these things. It's not quite often, but you know, that can be expensive. Where other things aren't quite a big deal. These pop-out door handles are actually pretty prone to failure, but I've had several replaced, and Tesla replaces them for about $300, which is not too bad. I've replaced steering wheels in Teslas, transaxles, you know, door handles, you know, all sorts of things. And just my experience is that the service costs seem to be pretty cost effective compared to what you would pay for a comparable gas-powered vehicle at a traditional dealership. And servicing is really nice, you know, having the mobile service, being able to message and schedule service through the app. It just makes it so much easier. Well, I can go on and on about it, but if you're looking for a nice, like I said, luxury EV sedan in the pre-owned market, I think you would make a great decision going for a pre-owned Model S, specifically this beautiful 75D. So it's dual electric motors, about 180 to 240 mile range, depending on how you charge it. 0 to 60 right around 5 seconds. So this thing's also really quick too. All-wheel drive, amazing performance, low maintenance costs, It's hard to go wrong with a pre-owned Tesla Model S.